Ladies, this one's for you. And guys, if you're wondering why we all turn into crazy bitches once every month. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Hetty. If you're new, what you see from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about periods. How they can affect us generally, our mood, our strength in the gym, our appetite, and how that all can affect us during weight loss, if weight loss is our goal, or even just in general if your goal is to just be a little bit more healthier. It's very relevant to me right now because I'm on my period. And firstly, I just want to touch up on this. Everyone is different, so some of this may apply to you. You may find that you're very similar to what I say, or you might be like, that's not like me at all. The gist of this whole video is it's going to be very general. Take what you can from it. Weight gain. In case you haven't realised already, most people will gain weight either before their period or during their period. Weight gain can vary again between £1 and then other people can gain as much as £10. But this isn't all body fat. Unless you are eating like an animal. I'm sure some of you will be thinking, I do eat like an animal. But most of this weight gain, guys, is only temporary. My recommendations for weight gain is you can't really avoid it. It's just gonna happen. And that's just something that the more you can accept, the easier again you can work with your period rather than against it. If you are terrified of gaining weight, I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's gonna happen. You're fighting against science. My main tip would be to just avoid the scale. Just don't weigh yourself. I have in the past just to kind of see for myself and know what to expect. But now every month I just know, oh, it's my period week. Your body is holding a lot more water retention and it's due to hormonal fluctuations. However, the two main ones you need to, remember if you want to. Estrogen, progesterone, which is really hard for me to say. And these are the two main hormones that are responsible, depending on which cycle you're in. That's why you're going to experience some water retention. I'm not going to go too much into detail in the science behind it. If you are curious, I will link a video below by a guy called Lyle Macdonald. Really good, and he goes really deep into the science behind all female hormones, the changes in hormones, and how it can really affect our body, weight gain, and all that sort of thing. So if you are interested, I will link it down below. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just sort of going to keep it chatty and sort of brief. Contraception can affect your period and how they feel. Sometimes it can make it a lot better, sometimes increase the symptoms that you experience a little. For me personally, I'm on the combined pill. This really helps me because obviously I can sort of plan when I'm going to be on my period, so I know exactly when I'm going to be on, when I'm going to be feeling like shit, when I can adjust my training and that sort of thing. So if you're someone that you just have a natural period, you don't know when it's going to come, it's hit and miss sometimes, the first thing I would do is make a note of when you start your period, how you felt maybe during your period and also the week before. This will then help you plan and know what to expect the next time round. Because sometimes if we don't know our period is coming and we're getting all these symptoms of like feeling really shit, it can really sort of knock your confidence. Whereas if we know it's our period, it's like, oh, that's why I've been feeling like shit. And I know for me and my own clients, when we do this, it explains so much, and sometimes it can take away that negative feeling that we have towards it at times. We can appreciate it a little bit more. We're like, oh, okay, that makes sense, that's fine, and we can work with it rather than against it. This could be different from person to person, but the main reason why you can experience these kind of cravings is because of serotonin levels. These can be lowered quite a bit during PMS, so usually the week before your period. The serotonin hormone is that feel-good hormone, so that can be lowered quite significantly during this time. So that can be sometimes why you just find yourself just craving things that you probably wouldn't normally crave. Sometimes can feel a little bit antsy. I've had this conversation with a client before, and we laughed about it like the week after. She was saying like you just can't feel satisfied until you get that thing, and you just don't always know what it is. Or sometimes it can be super direct, like I want potato chips. My tip for this, and this goes against what most fitness professionals will tell you, however, from my own experience, the more you fight it, the more you crave it even more, and then it comes around times 10. You end up overeating even more to compensate from that first time that you was craving it. Then what, so you're saying just go to the shop and just order everything I want and just go ham? Not exactly. So for example, I've been craving chocolate. I wasn't going to die today if I didn't get chocolate, but I felt like I was going to die. My suggestion would be to know that there is a difference and recognize the difference between when it's an actual craving or just like, oh, I can't be bothered to track. There's a difference, okay? This was like literally dominating my mind. Today, I just thought to myself, okay, rather than fighting that craving, I'm going to get exactly what I want, have it, enjoy it, get over it. Portion control. So rather than buying a big bar of chocolate, buy a few little bars. If you portion control, you're less likely to overeat. Honor your cravings and just be sensible about it. Just because you are craving and chocolate and cake does not make you a criminal. So don't fight it, just work with it. You may experience increased hunger and appetite. You can have days where you literally feel like a bottomless pit. By the way, guys, it's a different day. Sorry. When females are PMSing or on our periods, our metabolisms have actually sped up, and this is because our bodies are preparing for pregnancy, having a child. So this can be sometimes why you experience increased hunger, because your metabolism is actually working a lot quicker. A little tip, anyone that is maybe dieting or even just trying to be healthier, allow yourself to eat that little bit more. Maybe it could be a week where you incorporate a refeed week, or say your dieting calories are, say, like for me, for example, 2,000 calories, maybe increase it up to 2,100, 2,200. Eat a little bit more and feel a little bit more satiated and satisfied. Training and exercise. Another symptom can be fatigue and loss of strength, loss of focus and coordination. Now, I have found this a lot with people that I've trained with in the past, my own clients and myself. A few days before, my strength and coordination seems to be absolutely fine. However, literally like the day that I start my period, my strength tends to dip. I will plan either a deload or just a lighter session in general. This can look different for everyone. Let's say you generally do a lot more cardio. Now, your workout maybe just you do intensive runs or sprints each week, maybe a few HIIT classes, and then that week when you're on your period, you notice that feel really lethargic, tired, and you just haven't got that oomph about you. Guys, this is totally normal. You are not an alien. This comes back to making a mental note or a note of when you are on your period, so you know and you can prepare. So a suggestion for you is maybe you could look at some other classes. Maybe you could look at doing yoga or Pilates. Just take the intensity down. Whatever you can do, just do that. Even dropping the weight right down. If you feel that the weights you normally do, you just physically haven't got it in you do you. For my own example, I normally do a heavy leg session, 4 or 5 sets of each exercise. When it's my week, I will cut those sets down and usually do sets of 3. Sometimes I will drop either the weight or the reps. The main thing is we want consistency. Literally, you've got to listen to your own body rather than listen to your head thinking, oh no, but I need to do this, I need to burn X amount of calories. Weight loss as a whole and health is consistency over time. If you are pushing, sooner or later you are going to reject the whole thing and you're going to hate the process. Again, I keep saying it, but work with your body. Listen intuitively, whether that be with what you eat, like what we already talked about, and honouring your cravings, as well as training. Sometimes it pays to listen to your body over what your mind is telling you. It's important to understand that this happens each month and it's completely normal. It's just how us females work. It's normally our time when our body is getting ready for us to produce a baby and not hammer ourselves in the gym. So I actually forgot to do an outro, but thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you found this video informative and insightful, and maybe it's answered a few questions for you. Please leave a comment below on any ideas or videos that you would like to see more of. If you haven't already, go follow my Instagram. I'll link it down below. I post on there pretty much every single day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.